Let's do section 11.1, page 541, exercise 19, which has several parts, but the parametric function that we're concerned with is x equals 2 sine t, y equals cosine t, and we're looking at the interval of 0 is less than or equal to t is less than or equal to pi. So part A says, sketch the curve over the given t interval, indicating in which direction it is traced. So, of course, I'm going to be graphing this in x and y, and please refer to the graphing for parametric functions tutorial. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this be x1t and this be y1t. And when I do that, I get a graph that looks something like this. It traces in this direction. It starts up here at +1 for the y and ends down here at -1. And so that's what we're supposed to do. Sketch it, find this. Now, for this problem, the requested point or the indicated point is the rightmost point. And when I look at the graph, I can tell that the rightmost point is going to be 2, 0. Now the last part, part C, says justify that you have found the requested point by analyzing the appropriate derivative. So if we're looking for the rightmost point, then we are going to be interested in finding the maximum x value, which means we're going to be interested in the x derivative with respect to t. And when we're looking at extreme points, we're looking for points where the slope or the derivative changes from a positive sign to a negative sign or a negative sign to a positive sign. So we've got x is equal to 2 sine t, and then dx dt is going to be 2 cosine t. And what we want to know is what's going to happen and when this is going to be changing sign. Well, we know that cosine t is going to be greater than 0 for 0 less than t less than pi over 2, and that cosine t is going to be negative or less than 0 for pi over 2 less than t less than pi. So we know that this extreme value is going to be occurring at t equals pi over 2. And then we just go back to our original equations and substitute in. So x of pi over 2 is going to be 2 sine pi over 2, and that is going to give us 2. And y of pi over 2 is going to be the cosine of pi over 2, and that's going to be equal to 0. And therefore we know that our rightmost point, or that extreme value, is going to be at 2, 0.